Welcome, everybody, to this beautiful Tuesday evening in which we are recording the Ball and Blitz podcast, joined as always by my co host, Jaden Seeger. What's going on, man? How's it going?
It's going good today. Nice day to retry this mock draft that was fried
Yes.
within hours of making it the first time.
Yep. I don't even know why we did the mock draft the first time because free agency was like the next week. And yeah, I mean, free agency changed a lot. It always does. I think this year specifically it changed a lot. I mean, like, uh, just not so much teams picking at the top, but like you get into the back end and like the middle rounds, like LA doesn't have another first. The Ravens kept their first. Like a lot of shit changed in between that mock draft and this one. And I think now, with it being April 1st tomorrow, we can kind of start like, all right, we are kind of like pro days are wrapping up. We can kind of start putting together like piecing where we think guys are going to go with like legitimate evidence, with legitimate like insight and reasoning behind it, and just what you hear from front offices. So I think we have a pretty good idea of how we want to execute this mock draft. Like as far as players we have graded, I definitely have enough to do a 2-round mock draft. I think anything after that is just kind of like a guess on my part.
Yeah, that's fair.
But what we're going to do today is we're going to do a first round mock draft, plus we're going to do the Raiders' second round pick at 36, just so that fan base doesn't, because I see online they're bored of mock drafts because they take Fernando Mendoza at the 101 every time, which is like, I understand. I get that. So, yeah, let's just get this thing started. So, like I said, we're taking Mendoza 101. Is there anybody in this class that would make you consider, like, not even just a quarterback, but like, I don't think so.
No,
Like,
there's just no way. I mean, like my personal thoughts on it, I don't like Mendoza that much, but it's also like there's just they're gonna take
what do you
Mendoza.
do?
They're,
Yeah,
they're,
like,
they're gonna
what
take
other choice
Mendoza.
do you have?
They're
Yeah.
they're just gonna take him.
I just, it sucks that, like, your consolation prize for being the worst team in football is, like, you might get a quarterback prospect that is slightly better than Cam Ward. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I have him graded higher than Cam
No,
Ward.
I actually
Um,
I wasn't huge on Cam Ward coming out of the draft. I was fine, neutral on him.
mhm.
I think he's a much better prospect than Mendoza is. I'm really
I
scared
think he's
of
like I
the
think he's like Bo Nix, Penix in that range when they went, where it's like in a regular draft, like say if you put Mendoza into next year's class, let's say Arch Manning, Dante Moore are like the guys, and then Lenora Sellers is like the wild card.
Mhm.
Like Mendoza would be like I think what was that 2024, right? Was that
Yeah,
class the Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels class?
I believe yes.
I think like he'd probably get taken with the Penix pick or the Bo Nix pick. That's kind of where I think he'd go. I don't think he's some game breaking, game wrecker. Like, I think there's plenty of flaws to his game. Like, the amount of just, like, the lack of things he had to diagnose on any given play is scary. It's an RPO based offense. It was incredibly spread out. It made it to where this read isn't here, cool. This read isn't here, cool. Now I'm pressured, and my pressure to sack ratio is terrible because I don't handle pressure well. It just to me does not seem like a recipe for success for
No,
Fernando
I'm
Mendoza.
not huge on him. I think he'll be fine because I think it's like the well, I guess this is kind of a weird example because right now things are not fine with CJ Stroud, but for the longest time they were, and it was because yeah, he sucked at processing. Yeah, he didn't have crazy arm talent. Yeah, like he got sacked all the time, but when you gave him
Just keeps going.
when you gave him a clean pocket, like that dude is going to make the throw. Like he puts it where he
Yeah.
wants it whenever he wants to. And
Hmm.
so it worked out for a while. I think that's just Mendoza. He doesn't handle pressure well. And then also it's not even just the RPO stuff. This was really really obvious in the like playoffs. If it's not an RPO play, it's literally just a back shoulder fade. That is it.
Hmm.
That is
And I
it.
was thinking about this as you were talking. How many receivers on Indiana's roster right now are better than Vegas's best receiver? Like Omar Cooper Jr. would immediately be wide receiver one for that team. Charlie Becker immediately would be wide receiver one for that team. He's going to be awesome in next year's class, by the way. Then you get to Elijah Surratt, like probably not, but like the fact that you can even make an argument for three people is like This dude's coming into, and who knows with the offensive line. I get you got Linderbaum. I think it's going to be rough year one. I think he'll be a good quarterback. He's super duper tough, and he has a incredible build for a quarterback. Like 6'5", he is huge. He is not going to get hurt. Like that's just not something you're going to have to worry about.
That's true.
Which is cool. Like there's legitimate value to that, but like I've said and like you've alluded to, it's like if it's not an RPO that's wide open, it's a back shoulder fade. And not that that can't work per se. Like I think if anyone could make that system run, Kubiak would be the guy for it, but you just like you would need to nail this draft at wide receiver to implement Indiana's offense into Vegas, which isn't what they're going to do. They're going to do Kubiak style of offense, which like is going to take time in its own self, but regardless, Mendoza's going to go 101.
Yeah, 100%.
I think if you like interesting arguments, like if you made David Bailey an average run defender, would you take him at the 101? Or if you made Ruben Baines arm length like 3 inches longer, would you take him at the 101 over Fernando Mendoza? But these are all hypotheticals that don't actually exist. So Fernando Mendoza with the 101. So I'm picking odds, you're picking evens, like we did it last time, but. So you're on the clock with the Jets at 2, so you can kind of do your thing.
So the way this is gonna go, they're gonna take Arvell Reese. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. That's not how I would do it, but he's a great player. If
we could do predictive up until like 10, 11, 12-ish. Yeah.
Then it's yeah. Arvell Reese is gonna go too. Like I almost guarantee it. He makes sense in that system, that defensive system. He is obviously very talented. My only worry with that pick is, are you going to let him split up time off-ball linebacker and edge? If yes, perfectly fine. But if he's like predominantly one or the other, there's just no explanation for him to be drafted before Bain or Bailey. Because if you make him a predominant, like heavy predominant edge rusher, he's just objectively a worse pass rusher than those two guys. Like he just is. Yeah. And then if you make him predominantly like a heavy dosage of off-ball linebacker,
just take Styles at that point. Or I mean
that, or just you don't take a guy that you're going to play off-ball linebacker that much at number 2. Like I don't want to I don't want to be like, oh, linebackers aren't valuable, don't take them that early. But
here's the thing, because we're going to do this experiment with Sonny Styles in a couple picks. I wouldn't take Sonny Styles in the top 10 because he would have to be Fred Warner to make that pick worth it. Do you know how fucking hard that's going to be? He has to become the best linebacker in football and one of the best to have ever played for it to be justified. Do you know how fucking insane that is?
Yeah.
And he's going to go in the top 10. He's probably going to go 5 to the Giants. But like, I just don't, from a team building, a roster building perspective, why? And I feel the same way with Arvell Reese. Like, I don't hate the player. I actually like Arvell Reese a lot. It's just, why, if you're going to make him like you said, if he's an edge, why aren't you just taking Bain or Bailey?
Yeah.
Like if he's a hand in the dirt, like 9-tech, why aren't you just taking David Bailey or Ruben Bain?
Yeah.
And if you want to use him for like if it's a 50-50 split or like a 60-40 split and he's good at both, which he is, cool. That's fine. He just can't be one or the other.
Yeah, and I'm scared that a team's going to do that because I think a team's just going to I think what's going to happen
look at Jalen Walker last year, man. Like they made him an edge and it worked.
Yeah, he's a good player. And my thing is guys like that, like their rookie year, sometimes you can be like, okay, they're going to split it rookie year. But going into year 2, like you get more value out of them at edge, so you're going to start leaning towards them playing at edge more often than linebacker because you just get more value out of it. It's just how it is. And then
just look at how the positions were paid this offseason.
And if that's not the case, if he's not starting to play predominant edge, that means he's not very good at it. And that means he's going to then become a predominant off-ball linebacker. And that's just not worth the second pick.
If you took that at the second pick, it's like that's the most Jets thing ever. So maybe this all does make sense. at the end of the day. So we'll land on Arvell Reese
Yeah,
here.
they're gonna
That
pick
gives
Reese.
me that gives me kind of a layup at 3 in terms of who I want to take as far as Bain or Bailey. I'm not taking on any of the offensive linemen here, although I think that's a possibility.
I think they
Um,
could.
I'm going to go Ruben Bain because I like him a little bit more than David Bailey, but I understand you like Bailey a little bit more. I see it both ways. I'm kind of just like, pick your poison. I'm more Ruben Bain Jr. pilled because I do think he brings a lot of value in the run game. And I think David Bailey is a stand up pass rusher. Like, he will beat tackles on islands more than Ruben Bain Jr. will. I just think the sell of what Ruben Bain Jr. can do with like the diversity along the defensive line, the run defense, and he's a great pass
Yeah,
rusher, man. Like I think Ruben Bain Jr. is like the best player in the class or one of the 3 best players in the
yeah,
class.
that's fine. I
Where and like I can see like the arm length being a thing that like drives him into the dirt, because guys with his arm length have historically never succeeded. So it would have to be an outlier. I'm banking on the
I
outlier.
am
I'm
too.
going to go Ruben Bain at
I am
3.
too.
So
Yeah, I like that. I mean, he's a good player. I like Ruben Bain a lot. I think I mean, to me, I
they
think
don't even
he's.
have
I think he's.
edge. It's like one of the bigger needs for the Cardinals.
Yeah,
That's interesting
that
to
is
me.
weird. He to me is the second best player in the draft. I just happen to think David
Hmm.
Bailey's the best. So I mean,
Yeah, and
I
that's fine.
really.
Like I'm not splitting hairs
Yeah,
here.
that's
Like
what
I
I mean.
think
So
both
it's
are
just
good at their own.
that is not a bad pick at all. I
Mhm.
like the appeal to Ruben Bain is like, why can't he just be Jeffrey Simmons?
Yeah, he'd have to add a little bit more weight,
He
but
would need to gain a little bit of weight,
100%.
but like that type of value on the like interior pass rusher can split out, dominate the run game, be your best pass rusher simultaneously. Like there's not a lot of guys like that.
Yeah, I saw someone say like a souped up Melvin Ingram for Ruben Bain because the arm length and just like the explosiveness off the
Mhm.
snap. I kind of like that. Like I think that would be if that's what you're getting at 3, man, and the Jets just took Arvell Reese in front of you.
You're happy.
I mean, you got to feel good
Yeah,
about it. And
100%.
I would assume that means you're taking Bailey with Tennessee's pick here.
Tennessee, I got to think. I mean,
It'd be Love, Styles, Bailey.
the top
I
of
don't
this
think,
draft is just like it's a bunch of like really
dude.
good prospects at positions of low value, and then yeah, I mean, yeah,
I'm telling you, whoever takes Ruben Bain and David Bailey past like 3 is gonna be the quote unquote winners of the draft for me because they just didn't overthink it.
yeah,
They just took
it's such
a
a
great
layup
player.
pick. I mean, because like everything else is
And,
like, oh, off-ball linebackers, wide receivers, running backs, and it's like none of these players like should be worth a top 10 pick. It's just a very
mhm.
weird class.
Dude, it is such a weird class. Like I don't think there are bad players down the
No,
board. This will be a really good year for scouting in because there are a lot of outliers that we legitimately can like pick at analytically
hmm
now like for future draft classes,
hmm
cuz future draft classes aren't going to be this weird. I promise next year's
no,
class is not going to be this weird.
no, you're
We're
not
going to
gonna
have more.
have there. I don't know if we'll ever see again a draft where there will be one singular quarterback in the top 10 while also having two off-ball linebackers and a running back go in the top 10. Like that will
And a safety,
probably
and a
never happen.
safety.
Yeah, yeah, safety too. I mean,
Dude, I didn't even think that's a funny way to put it, but like you're 100% right.
half of the first of the top 10 picks are going to be quarterback, off-ball linebacker, running back, safety. And only one of those 5 people will be a quarterback. So
Yeah.
4 positions of not
Are you
Clint Kifford.
sleeping on Ty Simpson to the Arizona Cardinals at pick 3?
I, I, I've seen their GM do dumber. I have. I've watched it with my own eyes.
Shout out Monty Ossenfort.
Um, all right. Yeah, with 4, I'm just going to go with David Bailey because I don't like any of the offensive linemen there. I'm not going to reach on
Yep.
Fano. I'm not going to reach on Maui Goa
Mhm.
or Maui Noah.
I do like Maui Noah for what it's worth.
I do
I
too.
just at 4, I'm not taking him over David
No,
Bailey.
I'm
Like,
not either. Yeah,
come
I
on.
like him as a prospect. I think he's a top 10 prospect, but I'm not taking him there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just going to take David Bailey. I think he's the best player in the draft, so obviously that means I think he's the best player available. At
Yeah.
4, he's a position of need, a position of value. He's very good. He slots in right as like what you're hoping you can just get a like double digit like 12 to 15 sack guy,
Mhm.
and there you go. You have your staple pass rusher for the next however many years.
Like 3rd and 9, 3rd and 9, like how the fuck do you block Jeffrey Simmons, Jermaine Johnson, and David? Like, what do you even do?
You pray.
You bring it, you run the fucking triple back set, and you chip to every single side.
I
You,
You don't let it get to third and
I don't
9.
know.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. You get to 3rd and 9, just punt. You know,
Punt,
just
yeah,
punt.
punt.
Just punt.
I
It's
mean,
better than taking a sack and your quarterback dying.
you're punting it to probably an offense that will be in the bottom 5. So might honestly be an
Yeah,
efficient
who
play to
cares?
punt on 3rd and 9.
Who cares, man? You know. Um, Giants at 5. Consider Jeremiah Love here. I'm gonna take Sonny Styles because I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Um, there's not really much to say about Sonny Styles. Like, he has some of the most flawless tape you'll find of an off-ball linebacker, which is like when I said he has to be Fred Warner. This is like the closest prospect we've seen in a while to a guy that legitimately could become that. You know, like putting that comp on him isn't unreasonable. I'm not comparing him to Fred Warner. He plays like him, but I'm not saying that's what he's going to be. Um, I just could kind of see, like, I also could see downs here for sure. Like, Harbaugh wants to get his, back end leader in the secondary, a guy who can move everything around formationally and knows everything and plays downhill really well, good coverage skills as well. Like, I could see that as well. I just kind of think Sonny Styles is a better prospect, and I understand the positional value is not. You're debating a linebacker and a safety. Like, what is better? It's it's kind of like the David Bailey Romaine Jr. thing. You're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
So I'm going Sonny Styles because I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's graded higher than Caleb Downs for me, not by a lot, but a tiny bit. And yeah, I mean, I think that's a fine pick for them in this class.
Yeah, I think.
In this class is what I'm prefacing, because if you took Sonny Styles in like for example, if you're sitting here last year, right, and you're the Giants, and you're like Armand Membu's on the board, and you took Sonny Styles, I'd be like, you guys are fucking stupid. Why would you do that? And I even still am like, I know you got Jermaine Illuminor, but like, do you really feel comfortable down the line about your tackle situation? Like, I probably wouldn't. Could consider Maui Noah here. Just don't think he's a good enough prospect to take at 5. But that's why I'm going Sonny Styles.
Yeah,
So,
I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all.
Cleveland on the clock at 6. Just a reminder, you got Jeremiah Love, Maui Noah, Caleb Downs, Delane, Tate, Thieneman, Fonau, etc., etc.
Thieneman. Interesting.
I love Dylan Thieneman, dude. I really do.
I do
think he's
know
awesome.
that you like him, that you
I do
enjoy
like
him.
him.
I will not be taking him at 6.
No. God, no.
I am. All right. So the Browns, I mean, it's not going to be Love, I don't think.
This is a literally pick of your litter. Like, do anything. I guess besides Jeremiah Love. Like, do literally
I don't
anything.
think that. So right now, I'm between Downs, one of the wide receivers, and Maui Noah. Because at this point, there's not like a guy that screams out to me individually. So at this point, I think you just take whoever is the highest on your board. I don't know who that is for them. Caleb Downs would be really fun on that defense. He really would be, which makes me want to take him. But I think what the smarter pick would be taking Maui Noah.
Yeah.
I think he's the most ready to go tackle prospect in the draft of like people that are of prospects that are actually going to stay at tackle. Like you can say Fonau, but he's not going to stay at tackle. He's going to slide in.
He's going to be a center.
Yeah, he's going to slide in. And there's other prospects that are probably going to slide it's just going to happen. I think he's more ready than Freeling. I think he's just a better prospect.
Oh yeah, he's way more ready than Freeling. Freeling might be. Freeling is like a year away from a year away guy.
Yeah, you might punt year 1 with Freeling. But yeah, I think he is the best tackle prospect in the draft, and I think by quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. Really good at getting downhill. I think the fit with him and Judkins would be awesome, dude. Like some outside zone, some pin pull shit. Like, man, that would be fun. That'd be cool.
That would be, and you get a freak athlete that's also very large to get moving downfield and create space for a very good running back. Hopefully he's 100%. Hopefully Judkins looks good.
He had the ACL tear, didn't
Yeah,
he?
his
Late.
leg exploded, but they said he should be
Yeah.
good. Um, I just think that makes too much sense. They need talent. They need offensive line help. They shouldn't be taking a safety. I love Downs. He's a very good prospect, very good safety
Yeah.
prospect. They should not
He'll
take him.
he'll come off the board pretty soon.
Yeah,
So
he will be 100%. I
it
just
won't
don't
be my
think for
next
the
pick.
Browns, I just don't think it makes a whole lot of sense.
Hmm.
They just need so much help
Yeah,
offensively that.
and that's a good pick. Like you invest in the trenches early. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
This would be. I think if they started off day one with Maui Noah, and we'll see who they take with their other first round pick. I'd say from the start of last year's draft to right now, they've been doing an incredible job.
Yeah, now
You
they
know, I didn't love their
just
free agency, but I also like I wouldn't have known where to go in free agency. Like, do you even really want to allocate money when you have like nothing?
no,
You
you
have
don't have
no
talent.
cornerstones.
You're not gonna win a lot of games. So just build up the young talent, let the young
Hmm.
talent play football, and build through your young talent. And then when it's ready, which it's close to being ready, you need a couple
Hmm.
pieces on the offensive line. You need help at wide receiver. You definitely need help at wide
Yeah,
receiver.
which I would reckon. Where do they pick
I'd imagine they
later in the
probably
first?
will be taking one here at the end of the or at some point.
24. Yeah, you're probably getting a receiver there. I don't know who it's going to be. You're probably getting one there.
Yeah,
That's your
if
pick.
one of the
So
top threes there, 100% will be taking them. I
I
honestly
I would
might even
I'd
reach
bet one
on,
of them is.
and I would honestly think about reaching for a Boston or even a
I
Concepcion.
don't even I don't even think either of those are like reaches at this point. Like I think Boston and KC, like their range starts in the 20s,
That's fair. Boston's not
which
a.
is just because it's like the Chargers are in there,
That's true. You
the
mentioned teams
Bills
in
are in
range.
there. You know the I guess not really the Niners anymore, but like
I guess
the
Boston's
Chiefs
not
are in
really a
there.
reach. Boston's not a reach. KC, I think, would be a
No,
reach at 24, but also it's completely team dependent. I think he's a good player.
yeah, KC is awesome until you realize that he has one of the worst drop rates out of any of the receivers in this entire class, and one of the worst in the last 5 years.
He also is.
Um,
I mean, he's going to be a like anti-versatile wide receiver. Like he's going to be
mhm.
a slot. He's
Yeah.
he when I watch him, I see a lot of like Zay Flowers, Jaden Reed, and the problem with
Mhm.
those two players is they're very good slot receivers. Zay
Mhm.
Flowers has moved outside a little bit, like in two wide receiver sets a little bit, so that's
And
good. But
I
Jaden,
think Casey can play outside a little bit more just because he's above six. He's 6 foot, 6 foot and some change.
yeah,
And
he's
he
just
played a
not
little outside at
physical.
Texas A&M, but like you want him in the slot.
Yeah,
You want him to be
I
your
just
power
don't think,
slot.
at least for his first year or two, I don't think he's going to be strong enough to play outside. Like I think he'd just get
No, he's
moved.
just no, he can't. He won't be able
Yeah, I
to.
don't
It'll
think
be
he'll be.
like the thing with Lad.
Yeah,
It'll
he
be the
won't be
thing
able to
with
block
Lad,
either. Like,
which is like if he goes like in a class like this where it's like if he went to, for example, if he went to 29 to Kansas City,
that's
it's
fine.
like that's a fine
That's
pick.
fine.
I can't even hate that
No,
because
it's fine.
it's just a weird receiver class and
He's my wide
it's a
receiver
good
five
scheme
for sure.
fit and yeah.
Wide receiver five, weird class of just players in general. Like he will
And you could
probably go in the first
absolutely
round.
you can see the vision with Casey Concepcion. Like you
Yeah,
can see what like he can be pretty
yeah.
easily. Like
I
it,
mean, he is like a super fun slot prototype. I see a lot of Zay Flowers. I see a lot of Jaden Reed. I see a lot of Luther Burden. I see a lot of that like slot guy, fidgety, twitchy,
twitchy, yeah.
moves quick, fast, gets out of his breaks, separates in the slot. Like he's going to be a
Mhm.
matchup nightmare. I don't know if I'd take him at 20.
It's not my favorite archetype of receiver either. To be fair,
Not for
like
especially for the Browns, because like I think they need a guy. They need
no,
they
I
need a
agree.
dude.
I would if he's there at 24, I would sprint the Jordan Tyson pick in, and I would not give a fuck
Yeah,
about the injuries. I wouldn't even blink.
because he gives you a chance to have a legitimate number one potential
Mhm.
top 15 wide receiver someday. Like great boundary receiver.
He's the guy. Jordan Tyson is like. I hate that he was injured so much and
Hmm.
like still hurt,
Yes.
can't perform because he's the easiest wide receiver one ever. In a class like this, it'd be so easy. It'd be like, okay, I don't care who you prefer, Mekhi Lemon, Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson's one. It's
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah.
And it's not even close like right now. It's just the
The
injuries
injury makes you think.
have to take that into account.
Yeah, you have to think about it. So yeah, I went Maui Noah, right? Yeah, we're going Maui
Yeah,
Noah
so
to get it
we
back
can
in
go to the
track.
Washington. I'm not taking long on this pick. It's if he's there, it's going to be Jeremiah Love.
Yeah,
Not too much analysis needed. We can go straight to the Saints.
that's fair enough. Saints. This is where the first wide receiver is going to go off the board, and this I have Makai Lemon as my. I have Tyson as my one, but the injuries scare me. I like
Hmm. That's fair.
if I'm an NFL franchise, I'm using a top 10 pick on a wide receiver on one of these three. I would probably go with Lemon, except if I'm the Saints,
Fuck.
because he is just so similar to Olave. He is so
Yeah.
similar to Olave. Like not the same player, because I'd honestly say he's more of like a Saint Brown. Sorry for
Hmm.
the helmet scouting. Than he is Olave, but he is so similar. I think they win in the same spots. They win the same way. So I want to get a different look. I want like them to work these wide receivers to complement each other, and
Hmm.
I don't like doing this because I'm actually not a very big fan of this wide receiver as a prospect. He's my wide receiver 3, but I'm going to go Tate here. Um,
I think this is what they would do. To
yeah,
be
I
fair,
agree. I
I think
agree.
this is what they would do.
And I honestly wouldn't even like blame them for that. I wouldn't hate it because like I said, I don't like. I mean, if you put Makai Lemon with a Chris Olave, it's not going to be bad. That's not what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
like they do win similarly, so I
Hmm.
just think adding the extra depth to your wide receiver room, as in like can do more things, and like you have Olave work in the short intermediate part of the field, separating over the middle. Then you have Carnell Tate just being big, physical, catching everything outside. I just think
Hmm.
that works better, and
Yeah.
I just think that's something that will probably happen.
Yeah.
That's probably
I
the
can agree
pick
with it.
outside of the top five I'm most confident will happen.
Like the fit
Yeah, like
for
I
the
think it's
player
going to
team. Yeah.
like Carnell Tate to the Saints. I just think it's gonna happen.
I think that way with Tate to the Saints and Love to the Commanders. I think those are like
Oh yeah,
shoo-ins at this
If
point.
Love's there, he's going to the
He's a
Commanders.
commander. Yeah, he's a commander.
100%.
Which is so ugly. That's like that's just the least aura you could possibly have for a good prospect is to go to the goddamn Washington Commanders.
They got Jaden
But
Daniels. He's fun.
they do have Jaden Daniels. He is cool. He is cool. I like their all black unis. Those are pretty sweet.
They, see, I'm torn because like the Commanders are gonna be like a decent team. You have a franchise quarterback. You're not gonna be bad again. He just kept getting
Hey,
hurt.
they pick again in 68 picks. So yeah, that's their draft.
That
Shout out
makes
the Laramie Tunsil trade.
God. I don't even Yeah, they shouldn't take Love, but they're gonna.
I agree, 100%. I agree. They should not take Jeremiah Love. They are going to do it.
Yeah, their running
And
back room is a disaster, especially after
you
Rodriguez
can
is gone.
you can make this pick look a little bit better if you have like another like you have to kill next off season as well to make this pick look better.
Yeah.
Kind of like what the Raiders did with Genty, and I think they did do a great job this offseason.
Yeah,
So
the
see
whole
how that
Max
plays out.
Crosby thing shadowed that they actually did
Mhm.
make a bunch of moves that should help
Yeah, and I,
them
I liked
win
them. I liked a
football.
lot of them. So Kansas City on the clock at 9. There's a bunch of interesting
Mhm.
options like Caleb Downs, Mansour Lane. You could go, Lemon. I'm not going to go Tyson because he's not going to go top 10.
No.
It's to me, it's between three guys. It's between Downs, Delane, and Lemon. I've continued to watch Delane, and to me, I just think this is like legitimate All Pro potential with Mansour Delane.
Yeah,
He
I
is
like him a lot.
so good in man coverage. He's so good in off coverage. He's a phenomenal athlete. Ball skills are crazy. Great tackler. Like, what's the difference between like him and like Stingley, for example? As far as like Stingley was bigger, and just the film was a little bit better. But like in terms of you're getting a stamped cornerback one who is good at literally everything. I'd say damn near elite in man coverage. Like press man coverage, he is the best corner in this class. And save Jermod McCoy because I think Jermod McCoy is better, but you never know with Jermod McCoy. I think ultimately I'm going to go Mekhi Lemon. And the reason I say that is because I think there are better corners and safeties down the board
Yeah.
than there are wide receivers down the board.
I agree. I echo that 100%. After
So
those
that's
top
I'm
five
gonna
guys
take one.
at wide receiver, it's super thin.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
like
100%.
Brazzle. Eh,
I know. That's kind of how I feel about like everybody after Boston, who's my fifth.
oh,
Chris
okay.
Bell.
I like Chris. If Chris Bell, it's similar with Tyson. Obviously, he's not as good as Tyson, but if Chris Bell like didn't have the injury stuff, I would love Chris Bell. I'd have Chris Bell fourth. Like I would have
Yeah, I would.
Chris
I
Bell
would
over
too.
Boston. I'd have him over KC. But his injuries scare me more than Tyson's do.
I mean, like his game is predicated on I'm a bigger, stronger, faster athlete than you are, and my route tree is not incredibly nuanced right now. It's not crazy technically sound. It's very AJ Brown-esque. I hate making that comparison because that's the one that everyone makes, but that's what it is. And if you could guarantee me he's 70% of AJ Brown, I would take him in the first round.
Yeah.
I would take in a class like this. I'm not saying I'd take him at 9, but I'd take him at like if I'm sitting there at fucking 30, you know, or
I agree.
Like could justify it. But
when I watch him play, like, and I ignore the injuries and just pretend like they never happened and I'm just having fun, like I see Terry McLaurin. And
that's a good one. Yeah, like a bigger, like a more muscled up Terry
McLaurin, which also scares me because that prototype doesn't work very often. So I think I just talked myself out of Chris Bell again, even like outside of the injuries.
I'm just gonna sit and observe, and whoever takes him, I will quietly track because I'm very curious.
Yeah.
Because if he works, it'll kind of change the way I evaluate receivers a little bit. Just like guys like him, who are kind of more like athlete predicated, who have big injuries like a torn ACL. It'll kind of help view the way I scout them. But to me, Mekhi Lemon at 9 is like scheme fit, positional need, best player available, like all wrapped into one. I kind of just think that's a can't miss. Like I don't think I don't think Mekhi Lemon has the ceiling that Jordan Tyson has, but I also could see Mekhi Lemon playing every game for his rookie contract. So
yeah, I agree. I like that pick.
Fine pick, good need. Bengals at 10.
That unfortunately makes my pick more difficult than I thought because I thought you were going to take Delane, and then that would have made it.
Dude, it's between Delane and Mekhi. Mansour Delane is awesome.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping you took Delane because if you took Delane, then I was going to go straight to offensive line, but now I have to consider Delane here. So it's between Delane and then offensive line. I'm not going Freeling because the Bengals need to not take Freeling. They
Fonau would be a
that's pick. Where I'm if I'm going offensive line, I'm probably going Fonau. Freeling, they can't do that after taking a shot on Mims. And I mean, not that Mims won't be good. I think
Mims was fine last year.
Yeah, Mims was fine. He had a rough start. Everyone knew he was going to be kind of project-y. Like, you just can't take back-to-back projects at tackle.
Especially Freeling, who, and funny enough, Georgia, but like Monroe Freeling is further away than Armarius Mims.
Yeah, and Armarius Mims, you put him on the field like that first or second week whenever he came in, he looked like he had never touched a football in his life.
Like at least Armarius Mims had the size and the girth to be like, all right, we're going to get you involved in some screens. Just go kill somebody.
Yeah.
Freeling can't do that.
No. And then they also took a shot on the defensive side of the ball. I think that was last year, Shamar Stewart,
shout out, if that's what you want to call it, a shot on the defensive
side
of the ball.
Yeah, took a shot, tried not to pay him. They tried to pull in baseball. Like, they tried to, like, what's that called when they, like, slot low and, like, you.
He fucking his fucking slot value. They were like, we're paying you. Why are you guys paying me under slot value? I was taking it 20 or whatever.
They drafted him in the first round to try to not pay him first round.
Dude, that's so. I never even put that together, but that's like exactly what that was.
That's what baseball teams do. That's what baseball teams do, and I think it's the funniest thing ever.
I always like. If we can get this guy above or below slot value, I'm like, why the fuck is this a thing, dude? Why?
You're telling your fans I'm going to draft this guy who I think is objectively worse than this other guy that is available because I can
because he's
save like
cheaper.
$1 million.
And then it'll be like, don't worry, guys, we made up for it in the 14th round when we got this
Yeah,
guy
we
who,
overslotted some random dude from Puerto
yeah,
Rico that is never
bro,
going to touch AAA.
that's been a problem with the Royals for forever, and they finally changed it with Cags, and it's like I don't even know if that's gonna work. I don't even know if he's gonna work.
That's so. I just find that whole like process to be hilarious. Anyways, we are back to this draft, and I am going to go with Fanau because they need help. They need interior
pick.
offensive line help. Fanau will
That
play
would-
day one, and he will be good day one at center
That
or
would be
guard.
that would be my favorite pick so far.
Yeah.
I think just in terms of like need and fit and like what Burrow would want, like 100% would be my favorite.
Keep
pick
Burrow
so far.
upright. There's not a. I mean, I thought about Delane. I honestly like the Bengals defense is so bad that corner might be their like best defensive position group, and it's still bad. So it's like
Shout out DJ Turner.
that's why I kind of like
DJ
stayed
Turner.
away from Delane because they.
Where did Cam Taylor-Britt go in free agency?
I don't remember.
Do you know? Is he signed anywhere yet?
I have no idea. I
gotta look
could
it
not
up.
tell you off the top of my head.
I'll do it after. It's fine. Miami at 11 and Dallas at 12. I feel like these next two picks should be relatively easy based on what I'm gonna do with Miami here. I'm gonna take Mansour Delane. I would assume the subsequent pick would be Caleb Downs at 12.
Yeah, Caleb Downs is still here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mansour Delane because positional value and it's obviously a need.
There is just literally no other player. I mean, I'd hear you out on McCoy. I mean, McCoy's not even my cornerback too, so like personally, I wouldn't do it, but I could hear you out on.
And the Dallas picks at 20, so like,
Yeah.
I feel like they should just play the board at that point.
Yeah,
Just,
play the
if
board,
McCoy's
draft
there-
best player available, and then get a more positional need next. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Caleb Downs.
I've already went on my Mansour Delane tangent. I think he's gonna be a Pro Bowler, future All Pro at some point. I just think he's that talented, that good. And honestly, the only thing that would stop him is there are already so many good corners in the league.
Yeah.
Like, it might just be one of those ones where it's like he never makes a first team All Pro, but he is a consistent like second team All Pro / clearly top 6, 7-ish corner in football. So I'm going Mansour Delane.
Yeah,
At 11.
I'm going to take Downs. He is arguably the best player in the draft, like aside of from positional value. And
Like what you're getting day one, he's the best player in the draft.
Yeah,
Like,
if you can get him at
first step
12,
over.
and it's like with the way the NFL is going, I don't think teams are like reacting appropriately to the safety market and like how valuable safety is. I'm not going to sit here and say it's like more valuable than say edge, corner, stuff. It's not. But I think it's like more valuable than wide receiver. Like I think having a I don't know. I think it's close because with the way
Okay, here. Safety or tight end?
safety.
You think so? Okay.
It depends on your style of offense, and having an elite tight end is
What about a safety versus like a move tight end? Like not a blocker, but like a let me try to think. Okay, so like would you rather have Antoine Winfield Jr. or Trey McBride? Is kind of what I'm getting at here. Like both top of their position, except the tight end is more of a move tight end who you're getting out in space and running routes.
That's tough.
It's tough. Like
That's
I
tough.
genuinely don't know. Like I'd probably say safety, but I don't know. Like
Yeah. And I just want like with the way teams are like spamming cover 2 and the way they're like saying you are not going to beat me deep, and if you try, I'm going to just have my freak safety just roam the shit out of your quarterback, and it's not going to work. And so you're just going to have to run the ball, and teams are now running the ball more. So now I'm going to have my safety come up and hit your running back. It's a valuable position now. Like it used to be like, oh, you don't pay safeties. Oh, you don't draft safeties, or like true.
you could throw anybody back there.
Yeah, it's like take a corner, make him a safety, throw on 20 pounds. There you go. take a
Totally get it.
linebacker, make him lose 20 pounds, throw him back there. There you go. And now it's like
Isaiah Simmons?
this is a real position. You can't just you can't just fuck around. Like you have to
Yeah.
actually like draft and put guys that should be there, and you got to put them there. And
Just
I
look
don't
at
think the
Seattle, man.
market's caught up to that. Like Downs at 12 is ridiculous.
Insane value. Yeah.
It is
This
ridiculous.
this is just as bad as Kyle Hamilton falling to 14 when he did. It's just as bad. But
Yes, given
but
that this draft class is not very strong.
yeah, right. And I'd have to go look at that, like relook at that draft class to see exactly who went ahead of him because I don't exactly
I can't
remember,
off the top of
but
my head.
yeah, I think Downs at 12 would be like A plus scenario for Dallas.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think it
walking
happens.
away
I
with.
think he will go before that.
I agree. I think his range starts at 5, and I think it realistically ends at 12. I don't think it's. I think it's in between in that range.
Yeah.
And I think a very likely landing spot is like the Giants, and then I think you go down to like if the Giants took Jeremiah Love, it's like, well, I think Caleb Downs could go to the Commanders. If the Commanders pass, I think he could go to the Chiefs. You know, if the Chiefs pass, he could go to the Bengals.
Yeah.
So like.
There's so many.
And then if
teams
the
that-
Bengals pass, he could go to the Dolphins. So like him getting to 12 would be a fucking miracle.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Like
just a layup pick. Layup pick.
the next pick
Like it's
is
fun.
oh man, I don't know where to go here.
Like it's fun. That is a fun pick.
Shit. Oh man, I don't know where to go here at all. Like
Especially
not even
now
a
without
little
having your
bit.
second first rounder.
Rams. Fuck. I don't want to take Thieneman in this high, but fuck, man. No, I'm going Kenyon Sadiq. I'm just gonna take Kenyon Sadiq. I feel like the Rams are the one team who could justify doing this in a class where it's like, look, I get it. You drafted Terrence Ferguson last year. He sucks. Get the better Oregon tight end anyways. And it's just the way this board played out. Like I don't love taking tackle for them. Like I think they're just gonna roll with Warren McClendon. I don't think they need a guard. They're not drafting a corner anymore. I'm not taking C.J. Allen.
I completely forgot about the McDuffie trade. I was
Yeah.
completely blanked on why you didn't take McCoy or
No,
Terrell,
they
but
just
I
don't.
forgot that McDuffie.
They don't need him.
Yeah.
They got McDuffie and they signed Jalen Watson to a big deal.
Yeah.
Like they don't. They got their corner. They got their boundaries, both boundaries, and their nickel locked
Yeah,
up. Like they're not taking a corner.
I completely forgot
And
about
like
McDuffie.
I'm not taking C.J. Allen here. I'm not taking an edge. Like, and if I'm taking a safety, I'm gonna take Thieneman over McNeil Warren. And at this point, it's like I kind of think a tight end is a bigger need than safety, and I think Kenyon Sadiq's a good enough player in a weird class like this. Like, I'd prefer them to trade down from this spot for what it's
Yeah.
worth. I think they should trade out of this pick, but we're not doing trades in this mock, so I'm taking Kenyon Sadiq
Yeah,
at 13.
I don't hate that. I completely forgot about the McDuffie trade, which, yeah, I would have gone corner not remembering the McDuffie trade, but since that
Yeah.
happened, there's no reason.
So Baltimore at 14. What are you feeling? There's a couple different.
So
areas
there's
you
a
could
lot of different ways this could go.
This could be realistically a Jordan
This
Tyson
is
spot.
so
Like,
that is
absolutely
who
the range
that's
is
one of the
there.
guys I'm thinking. Jordan Tyson is on my mind here. McCoy also on my mind, but what I think I'm gonna do in this, I don't think it's a reach, but like I'm gonna go Vega here.
That's not a reach at all.
They
That's not a reach at all.
desperately need help in the interior offensive line. And this is arguably the best pure interior offensive lineman in the class. Like, I think Fano's better, but technically he's listed as a tackle. He's not
Yeah.
a tackle. But yeah, I think it's Vega. They need something there. They need human beings.
I think Vega is a better guard than Fonau would be a guard, but I think Fonau as a center is better than Vega is as a guard.
Yeah, that's
so,
fair.
yeah, no, I think that's a great pick. I think like now you have John Simpson and Vega Ioane as your guards instead of Daniel Falele and Jaden Seegert at your other guard position. My bad. That was a shade. I did put you after Falele though, so that means you're better.
That is true.
Which
It's
it's
not a
hard to
whole.
do.
It's not terribly difficult to be better.
No,
than
it really
Falele.
isn't.
He did get money in
But-
free agency. Shout out.
The Bucks at 15 is another team where I'm like, dude, I just don't know. Like, I guess I kind of just want to take Messidor. I just feel like this is high. Is it unrealistic to take Jermod McCoy here?
No, I don't think there's a lot of ways this could go. I don't think it would happen because they just spent capital on Egbuka, and I think McMillan's a good player. But like, it wouldn't shock the like shit out of me if they went with Tyson here just because of Evans leaving
Look,
and Godwin's being old. So
I'm at the point where like I'm not doing the predictive shit anymore because this is like after Kansas City, like after the Saints, I have no idea.
no,
I
it's
have
just
no clue.
completely toss up.
So I think with the Bucks, I'm gonna go with what I would do, and I'm gonna take Dylan Thieneman.
Fair enough.
I think he's the best. I think he's the best player available. I think you're guaranteeing yourself one of the better box safeties in football right away. Really sound downhill tackler with pretty good coverage instincts as well. I wouldn't say that's like the selling point to his game, but he's really good off ball or in zone coverages. You don't want him in man coverage, but like
You don't want any
what
safety
you got.
line coverage.
You don't exactly. Like if you can get him in the box and Antoine Winfield roaming, it's like, dude, that's baller.
Yeah, there's
You
like
can do
there's
a
like
bunch of shit
five
like that.
safeties in football that you're comfortable with them in man coverage. It's like Kyle Hamilton,
And
Xavier
even then, it's
McKinney,
like-
Antoine Winfield, and then maybe check out. Like,
Yeah, and like even then, it's like there are certain matchups where those
Yeah.
guys can get fucking fried.
yeah, you
Like,
don't
it
you
could
don't
happen.
want. I mean, yeah, no, you don't really care about a safety's man coverage ability at all.
Right, and I think Dylan Thieneman, linebacker's a big need for Tampa. I think this could kind of double as a linebacker pick in a way because he's going to play in the box so much.
Yeah, I mean, package
Not
for
stopping
sure.
you from taking a linebacker later, but this is just kind of like, okay, if we want to run, like a cover two disguise and then drop Dylan Thieneman into the box as like a robber role, absolutely could work. And if he doesn't rob the pass, he will fucking level the receiver or running back or tight end or whatever. I think that's a good pick. I think the
like
Bucks
Thieneman there.
Bucks fans would have to. You'd have to like that.
Yeah,
So.
I think Thieneman there makes a ton of sense.
Jets at 16.
Jets at 16.
Good luck.
So, like you said, I'm kind of
Actually,
done with,
to me, this would be between two guys, and it'd be relatively easy for me.
So I'm done doing what I
it'd be the
think
two
will happen.
injury
I'm
guys.
just going to do what I think should happen. In the Jets, they need talent, and it's who do you think is the most talented player at a position of need, which is most of the positions. And I have gotten
A
to
lot of them.
I've gotten to two players at the same position.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, one of them is a reach, and I'm not going to be taking him, even though I am a huge fan of his. I do like Terrell a ton.
Okay.
I do like Terrell a ton, but I will not be taking him here, even though because I do want
It's
to
a
keep
little high. 16's
Yeah,
high.
I do want to keep it pretty like possible.
Semi-realistic. Yeah.
I think Terrell is better than McCoy. I think Terrell is closer to Delane than McCoy is to Terrell. Like, I am that high on Terrell. But for the sake of the mock draft, I don't think he has a chance to go this high. So I'm not going to take him. So I'm just going to go McCoy because I think he is one of the next best players on the board. I think it's a position of need. I think it's a position of value. A guy that you like are going to want to keep on your team after his rookie contract.
Yeah.
You need him. You need anybody. But I think he's very good. He's a very good bump and run man corner. He's very good in zone. He has good ball skills. He plays wide receivers well. He's super smart. Like, his hands are super quick. It doesn't matter if you pull late hands on him. He's going to knock the ball free. Like, he's just super quick with everything that he does. I don't know. Very good corner. And they just need very good players. And I think that would make the most sense there.
Yeah, if you walked out of the draft with Arvell Reese and Jermon McCoy, maybe you wanted somebody else at 2, but like if you got a really good edge and cornerback 1 in this class, which absolutely can happen, like you can't complain about it. You literally just replaced Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner right there in this exact draft.
Yeah,
So
he did it on rookie scale contracts.
So the Lions at 17, this is between two guys. It's between Freeling and Messidor for me. I think both of them are fits schematically for different reasons. I think Messidor is more of like a culture fit.
Yeah.
Does fit what they want to do schematically, and I think giving Aiden Hutchinson like a real edge that can line up across from him all 3
Mhm.
downs is huge for them.
Yeah.
And I think I like Messidor as an edge more than I like Freeling as a tackle. And
Mhm.
it's like I don't know if Freeling falls this far, but like I've liked the logic with every single pick we've made,
Yeah.
and here we are at 17, and I'm like I'm gonna go Messidor here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that
take a
makes
Gabe
sense.
Messidor.
That makes sense. I have no.
Like Freeling will come off the board. It's just I don't know where.
It's such a weird. The guys like this are always so hard to mock because it's like this guy, you clearly see the ceiling, you clearly see what it could be, and he's a position of need. Like everybody needs a tackle, but then it's like
Right.
he's probably not playing day one, and if he is, we got a problem. So now he could go anywhere from like 10 to 30, and you just have no idea.
Right.
It happens every year. The like super volatile, like high ceiling bad player. You never know where they're gonna go. Like the only one I can think of, remembering like you knew they were going to go where they were going was fuck. He's so bad I forgot his name. The dude the Raiders drafted a few years ago. D lineman.
Tyree Wilson.
Tyree Wilson, yeah, he sucked as a football player, but he was such a like fun athlete. But everyone knew he was going to go
Yeah.
fourth. But other than that, it's like
Hmm.
flip a coin and maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the fun part about this draft is there are so many. This is gonna sound bad. There are so many Tyree Wilsons where it's like I just don't. I don't know where the player is gonna end up. Like
Keldrick Falk.
I feel like I feel like this is a draft where we could have like a record-breaking amount of what the fuck just happened picks. Like
Lighting a pick on
it's
fire.
not like what?
Lighting a pick on fire.
Yeah, I mean like dude, I saw somebody mock Caden Proctor to the Cowboys the other day and I almost like threw up in my mouth for Cowboys fans. And they were like it was like legitimate reasoning in like how they had heard rumblings in the front office about how like teams are higher on Proctor, which 5-star kid like
Freak athlete.
naturally it's like the same thing, like same reason why people were high on Ruben May Jr. pre-draft because like highly touted recruit, played at the same school. Well, I guess technically didn't play at the same school for Caden Proctor, but like yeah, I hear buzz about Caden Proctor and I'm like that's setting a pick on fire. Sorry.
Yeah,
Keldrick Falk I think would be setting a pick on fire if he's taken any time above 20.
yeah.
I think below that it kind of is like palatable. But so you took. Oh, okay. We're on the clock with Minnesota. Okay, you're on the clock with Minnesota at 18.
I'm on Minnesota at 18. This is
Yes.
fun. Minnesota at 18.
I don't know. I don't know.
Minnesota at 18. What do you do? What do you do? They kind of suck. They are void
Dude,
of talent. They have.
Can you trade back? I mean, like I'd trade back if you could. I don't know who the fuck is trading up, but
In
like
a
if you could trade back.
full of talent, the Vikings have none.
Here's the scenario in which Minnesota trades back. Carolina's picking at 19. They're taking Jordan Tyson. I'm taking Jordan Tyson with that pick because Jordan Tyson is not going to be the pick here.
No.
I could see a team like, for example, we go down the board like Buffalo jumping them for Jordan Tyson, or with what capital? Because they just gave up $18 trillion and half their franchise for DJ Moore. Pivot, Miami, that's a good one. Coming up from 30, like from 30 to 18 to get Jordan Tyson to jump Carolina so they can get him. That could be the trade down if you're Minnesota.
Yeah,
if
and you could go just add like day 2 and 3 picks. Yeah, I mean that's what they should do.
Yeah, an extra couple thirds.
But
yeah,
we are not doing that in this mock draft, so they're going to have to take
we
a
are.
football player.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I don't
Warren,
like
maybe.
I don't like any players. Like I don't like Keldrick Falk. I don't like him here. You took my
I think I'd take McNeil Warren incredibly reluctantly. Like I would hate this pick.
The only
this
reason
high.
I'm not doing that, I think he might be the best player available, is like they are so bad that when his rookie contract, he's a safety. Like you still have to build
But it just sucks. Like the positions of value, it's like
Yeah,
the high priority positions. Like who are you taking? Are you taking Keldrick Falk? No.
no, I'm not taking. There's no.
Could you just take Avion Terrell?
I'm
And
thinking
like
about it.
just
I'm thinking
call
about it,
it
and
good? Like
you know what? I'm gonna
I
take a
don't even
guy.
think
I
that would be
think
a
I'm gonna
bad
take.
pick.
I'm gonna take a guy I think is going to be just a good football player. I think he's going to get a second contract with the team that takes him, which is going to be the Vikings for this practice. I think you like this guy as well. It's a bit of a reach, not really. Anything after like 15 is fine. I'm gonna go with Peter Woods. I'm gonna take Peter Woods here.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that.
they need.
I like him significantly more than I like Caden McDonald and
Yeah.
Kristen Miller. I
Mhm.
just am not like I'm not getting so down on the 2025 season because I saw what he looked like in 2024, and I'm like, that dude is Dexter Lawrence. Like
Yeah.
that's what he is.
You like defensive linemen, interior defensive linemen. It is so hard to like replicate production in college.
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
you I mean, so
especially
what he
for a
did.
shit team.
Yeah, you're on a bad team. You don't have help. You have T.J. Parker, good player, gonna be a first
Do you
or early second.
do you think Peter Woods and TJ Parker just got so much significantly worse that they're like neither of them are top 5 picks anymore?
Exactly, that's what I mean. It's like
No.
that didn't happen. Like they're good players. They're on a horrible they were on a horrible defense. They not even game planned. It
How was their
literally like
defense so bad?
the entire objective was take Parker and take Woods and completely eradicate them from anything.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to run the ball in the opposite direction. We are going to boot in the opposite direction. We are going to pin, pull, and do everything in our power to kill these players and
The
take them out
amount
of
of
the game.
times, dude, the amount of times TJ Parker was chipped with the tight end and then blocked with the tackle and then chipped with the running back is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think TJ Parker's good. He is not that good, dude. Like that's some shit you pull on Max Crosby,
Yeah.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Like,
That's how
and
bad-
they
that's
were
how bad Clemson
that's
was.
what teams were doing. Because if you just did that, okay, Avion Terrell's awesome. He can't carry that secondary all by himself.
No.
You know, they lost R.J. Mickens last year. They lost a bunch of great defenders. They lost Jeremiah Trotter Jr., linebacker for them. Like, lost a bunch of dudes, you know, like this past year. So they were picked on if you could just eliminate Peter Woods, eliminate TJ Parker as much as you could. Those guys still had great games, but yeah, I don't think that's a bad pick at
Yeah,
all.
I'm
Like,
going
I
Peter
really
Woods.
don't. Like, I think Jonathan Grenard's probably gone, so that's a piece of the defensive line. He's not an interior guy, but that's a piece of the defensive line that you're going to be losing. Yeah, I think that's a fine pick. I mean, really aggressive downhill pass rusher. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and I think it's a high ceiling shot, and I think at worst you have a good football player. Like
This
worst
is
case scenario, I think he's a good football player.
Yeah, like worst case scenario, he's a guy like who can still come in on third downs and win a one-on-one occasionally and kind of shit his way to like eight sacks on a good year for a whatever player. You know, so that makes this next pick 19 for Carolina. Easiest pick in the draft, Jordan Tyson. Not thinking twice about it. He's like probably wide receiver 1 if he's healthy. I don't know. I genuinely don't know how you cover Teteroa McMillan and Jordan Tyson one-on-one.
You don't?
I don't know what you do. Hope that they don't hit on a tight end, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah. I'll take Jordan Tyson. Dallas at 20.
Dallas at 20. Who did they take at who did I take? Caleb Downs.
Yes, Downs at 12.
Shit, we're gonna double up in the secondary. We're gonna go with Terrell.
I like it.
We're going
I like it a
Terrell.
lot.
They need help defensively. Like I'm not even really contemplating going offense in any capacity with the Cowboys here.
shouldn't.
Like there's just nothing. Even
The
offensive
only
line.
way would be like Jeremiah Love falls to 12, and
Yeah.
then I'd consider it.
Yeah,
But
then maybe
100%.
But yeah, no, I'm just gonna go another defensive player, and I think the best defensive player left is Terrell. Like I said, I think he's awesome. He's my cornerback too, and Delane is better. I don't hear what I'm not saying, but I don't think the gap between him and Delane is as big as like everybody else.
Okay,
thinks.
if Avion Terrell was the same height as Mansour Delane, it would be a completely different conversation.
Yeah,
We'd be talking about Avion Terrell and Mansour Delane going 8 and 9,
Yeah,
9 and 10, as
Delane's
opposed to
ceiling is just so
11
much
or
higher
whatever.
because of his size and like his
Hmm.
the things he can do with his size.
He's a phenomenal athlete.
Hmm.
Like, not that Avion Terrell isn't, but
Yeah,
Mansour's a better
yeah.
athlete. So
So Terrell is he's not super big, but he's not D'Angelo Pons.
dude,
Um,
Avion Terrell is gonna be like an our guy stamp because
I
I
love Avian
fucking
Terrell.
love Avion
I love
Terrell.
Avion Terrell. He is when I watch him in man coverage, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but a friend of mine stands up. Like it it is it is beautiful
Same.
football. It is absolutely beautiful football. Like he is so good in man coverage. He sticks to the wide receiver and he runs the route for him. He
Mhm.
just every single time he flips his hips, he's going the right way. I've just never seen anything like it. His man coverage
Yeah, really,
abilities is
really good footwork. Hip fluidity is great. Shoulder deception's great. Like, just a like, I feel the same way. Like, good player.
yeah,
I think you get a second contract out of him. I
I
think
think
the
he's
odds of that are really high.
I think he's just gonna be great. All right.
Pittsburgh at 21. Oh, this is Monroe Freeling. This is Monroe Freeling. We're gonna stop the fall here. I think this makes too much sense because you're going to have DeJuan Jones at left tackle, or DeJuan Jones. You're going to have Broderick Jones at left tackle, Troy Fatanu at right tackle. Broderick Jones sucks, so you'll probably have to pivot to Monroe Freeling pretty quickly. But like in a hypothetical world, Monroe Freeling, when you have your quarterback of the future, is your left tackle of the future. And I just think for Pittsburgh, it makes a little bit more sense. Like Broderick Jones is going to be the starter regardless of who you take here.
Yeah.
So if Broderick Jones can give you a healthy 14 games and Freeling starts towards the end of the year, and then Broderick Jones can go fuck off somewhere else, and then Freeling is just your guy for the next decade,
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. I think, like, Pittsburgh getting him at 21, like, I don't love Freeling at 6 to the Browns, but this late in a draft
Yeah,
like this,
that's
like, when you're
perfect
looking at the
timing.
guys still on the board, like Blake Miller, Proctor, Cooper Jr., Falk, yeah, no-brainer to me. So Chargers at 22.
Cards at 22. This is fun. This one's fun. There's a lot of ways this could go. Like you could go Boston. You can't really go KC because of like the whole thing with Ladd. You go Boston because they need wide receiver. You could go a CJ Allen there because they need help in their front seven
CJ
off bell
Allen would be
linebacker. I think that's something you could do. And I mean, you could obviously go offensive line. You could do Blake Miller. You could do Lomu. You could do Proctor. Not gonna say.
Are
that.
you saying that with like the intention of pushing them inside?
Proctor specifically, yes. Lomu as well. Miller probably not, but
I think Blake Miller is just a tackle.
he's probably just a tackle.
He's a good player too. I like Blake Miller.
So and then they need help. Their defense has been performing well because their defensive coordinator was an absolute wizard.
Head
So
coach of the Baltimore Ravens now.
yeah, so you need help defensively, like personnel wise. There's a couple of defensive linemen I enjoy. Caleb Banks, Caden McDonald, not as much, but I mean he's alive.
I get it. I get it with Caden McDonald. Like just getting your nose tackle, like get your Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Like he's not Jordan Davis, but like get that role.
Yeah, I get it. I don't like defensive linemen,
I don't love taking that at 22.
low ceiling defensive tackles in the first round. Just I don't like that pick.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
It was the same thing with Mozzie Smith a year or two ago.
Tyleek Williams. Did he have a good season? I honestly have no.
I don't remember. I think he was okay, but I'm probably gonna go with. I'm gonna go TJ Parker. They need help off the edge.
Fucking out of left field, dude. I love that.
We're
That's
going
a
TJ
great.
Parker. They need help on the edge really bad.
That's an awesome pick. I honestly wasn't even thinking about it. He's my favorite guy left for them. 100%.
Yeah, they need so much help there. I think that just makes too much sense.
Fuck, man, that would have been a good pick for Philly. God damn it.
Yeah, would have.
All right, well, I'm making an even worse pick for Philly. Keldrick Falk. No, it's not that bad. I'm gonna go Keldrick
that's
Falk,
fine.
but just because it's a need, and I think he fits. Like, you got Nolan Smith. How about the complete opposite of Nolan Smith?
Yeah,
Keldrick Falk.
pretty much. Yeah.
Really good run defender right now, and he's 20 years old. Like, there legitimately is a lot to like about Keldrick Falk.
He's fun.
It's just he is far away. He's a year away from being a year away as a pass rusher. He's ready now to be an NFL run defender.
Yeah.
It's just going to take some time. Like, this is somebody who is – you're not going to see his best season until his second contract. Can guarantee it.
No, that
Guarantee it.
I don't mind. Yeah, I agree
So,
with that.
I'll take Keldrick Falk to Philly.
All right.
We got Cleveland on the clock.
Browns at 24.
They went with Maui Noah.
This is fun. Not really. So they already took an offensive lineman, offensive tackle. They need a wide receiver, and that is where I'm going to go. Denzel Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Denzel Boston.
And Denzel Boston over Omar Cooper Jr.?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I like Denzel
cool
Boston.
I don't even disagree with it all that much.
Denzel Boston is my number 4 wide receiver.
I kind of just see it with Denzel Boston. Like, I get it. He's kind of stiff out of his breaks. You're not going to ask him to run, like, in-breaking routes all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
and I get the issues with him. I'm not low on Omar Cooper Jr. He's my 6. He's my number 6 receiver. I just don't like for the Browns. I think Denzel Boston worst case is like a fine. I mean, worst case he's like a fine 2 or 3. Like,
and he fits. He fits what they need right now, and it's not like a reach either.
No, it's not. But like the ceiling with Denzel Boston is so much more attractive than the ceiling with Omar Cooper. Like with Omar Cooper, like you're just getting a Jacoby Myers. Like I think that might be his ceiling. Like genuinely. Like,
I think I agree. Like if it works out, Nico Collins versus Jacoby Myers. It's not even
if you hit their well, I'm not going to say his 100th percentile outcome is Jacoby Myers because that's fucking insane. but like
7th rounder, dude.
Say like 90th percentile outcome is like Jacoby Myers versus like a Nico Collins light. It's just not really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nico Collins light's probably more accurate.
Well, that's like as a 90, like 100%.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But yeah, I'm just gonna go with Denzel Boston there. I think it makes too much sense.
Yeah, that's a good pick. All right, Chicago. This is gonna be Emmanuel McNeil-Warren.
Okay.
They have a gaping need at safety, and this is the best player available.
Yeah.
I kind of echo all the same things I said about Thieneman. I think McNeil-Warren is a little bit more rangy in coverage as opposed to a box safety.
Yeah.
I think that's where they differ a little bit. I think Thieneman is just better as a box safety than McNeil-Warren is as a coverage safety, and that's why I went with McNeil-Warren later. And I think this is great value for Chicago. I think you would.
This is perfect.
I mean, you'd have to walk away happy.
If you can get Warren here, you're happy. Like
yeah, 100%. And I think it's realistic too.
Yeah,
like
he should. I mean, I think he
he could go to Philly. He could go to the Chargers. Yes. I mean,
he could make it to Bears, 100%.
He could easily make it to 25.
That's a good pick. That just makes a lot of sense.
This board set up really well for Buffalo at 26, in my opinion. I think there's a bunch of dudes they could go with that make a ton of sense.
There are a lot of guys here that I enjoy for the Bills. Caden Proctor is not one of them.
Iowa legend.
So, again, the guy we just talked about, Omar Cooper Jr., I think that is in play here 100%. Mm-hmm. I think Caden McDonald's in play. I'm not a huge fan of him, so I probably won't.
I think Caden McDonald is incredibly in play here because they are another team transitioning to a 3-4 who does not have a nose tackle right now.
That is true.
So
I think C.J. Allen is one that I'm looking at. I'm taking C.J. Allen. Yeah, I'm taking C.J. Allen.
That would probably be.
I was scrolling through the names and I was like, holy shit, C.J. Allen's standing out to me right now. They have nobody at linebacker. Not a single human being worth talking.
Dude, they're not even like bringing back Shaq Thompson, who like wasn't even like that bad for them last year. Like
they are. I
get it, like defensive, like philosophical change. I get it, but like I don't know, man.
They are going to miss 30% of their tackles next year. It's going to be something we've never seen.
Yeah, and look, now you got your Mike Backer for the next like. I'm not saying he's going to be Milano, right? I'm not saying that, but like he can play really well off Terrell Bernard. Mm-hmm. You know, like that'll be a fun pairing, and like that's a youth infusion at a position that you just haven't addressed at all, like at all.
I agree.
You know, you've poured resources into safety, corner, receiver, running back, O-line, tight end, literally everywhere but linebacker. Yeah. Now you're doing it.
Yep.
So
C.J. Allen's a pick there.
Cool with it. On the clock with San Francisco, I'm taking a tackle here. It's between Iheanacho and Miller, just because I don't think Trent Williams is long for this team. I don't even think he's going to be on the roster. I don't know if he's going to be on the roster this year.
That's fair.
So I'm going to take tackle here. Wow, Omar Cooper Jr. is going to fall a good amount. Fuck, I kind of wish I hadn't taken Mekhi Lemon for the Chiefs. Shit. Was not expecting him to be at 29. I'm going to go... Oh, fuck, dude. This is tough.
They could be the Omar Cooper Jr. team. No, never mind. They got Evans.
I'm about to say, they got Evans. They got Christian Kirk.
They're gonna lose
Pearsall.
Jennings though, and I mean obviously Ayuk.
That's true.
But they got Pierce. I mean, do they have Pearsall? He's gonna be hurt.
I'm staring at the Omar Cooper Jr. team, and I'm not gonna take it away from them. I'm gonna take a tackle. I'm gonna take Blake Miller. I think he's a first round tackle.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Blake Miller. I think that's a fine pick. Trent Williams isn't long for you. He can just slide in at left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Sound player, has started a shit ton of games for Clemson. He's kind of just like a good player, like
He's a good player.
Relatively high ceiling, whatever floor. Like I think when it's all said and done, he's probably like league average starter who could produce some Pro Bowl seasons.
Hmm? Yeah, that's fair.
Which I think if you're getting that at 27, it's like you live with that.
All right.
So Houston.
It is time to set a pick on fire. Caden Proctor to the Houston Texans.
Oh my fucking god!
I
don't even hate it. I don't even think
they need anybody and fucking anybody at offensive line at any position on the offensive line. They all suck. Caden Proctor is a raw talent, but he's probably just better than anybody else they have there. So you have
I don't think like there's nothing to work with Caden Proctor.
No,
there are obvious tools.
He's huge. He's athletic. The problem is his foot speed sucks, which when you're
and his footwork sucks.
Yeah,
too,
he's what 6'8", 360 something pounds.
I think he's slimmed down, but
good.
Yes,
he needs to slim down because he needs to move to guard, where his foot speed and footwork won't be as big of an issue. But
he's like a big Mekhi Becton right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's raw. He is raw, but he's going to be a very good puller if you put him at guard. He's very athletic, and if you get him into space, like no one is getting around him or through him to make a tackle. They're just not.
I'm looking at the board and I'm like, dude, I have no idea where they would go. Like,
no,
other than that pick. So.
I think they have to go offensive line, and I think Caden Proctor is the highest upside offensive lineman left.
Yeah, 100%. I second it. I'm cool with it. Wow, it worked out kind of perfectly. I got both Chiefs picks. I'm taking Caleb Banks here. At 29.
Yeah, I've thought about him a couple times.
You have a huge need at interior defensive lineman. I look at Zion Young too, but I just think like you already had a first round pick. I think with this pick you should be swinging for the fences.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Banks, if he hits, is Chris Jones. If he hits his 100th percentile outcome and is like a Hall of Famer, he's Chris Jones.
He's awesome. He is awesome.
The problem is he has just barely played football.
Yeah.
He's played 27 combined games, and 3 of them were last year, or that was it. So it's a projection, but if you look at his LSU tape from this year, his Tennessee tape from this year, dominant. Not just rushing the passer, he has a good anchor in the run game. He has a really good understanding of how to disengage from blockers in the run game as well. He's a mover of the pocket, just really bulldozes guards and centers. I'm taking Caleb Banks.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, I'm not losing sleep over it because I understand the swing here.
Yeah,
I understand
like
the swing.
Banks. I thought about him multiple times before this. I like Caleb Banks a lot.
I don't think it's a reach. I don't think it's like a crazy steal. I think this is kind of where he should go.
Yeah, this is where he should go.
So
100%.
Yeah,
and I am going to make the easiest pick of the draft, Omar Cooper Jr.
Yeah. This is Yep, there's your wide receiver 1. That's the 104 in fantasy in rookie drafts or some shit like that.
Malik
so
Willis.
I'm like dead ass. Like,
here's your only pass.
Who the fuck else is Malik Willis throwing to?
Malik Washington.
How does Jalen Tolbert 90 targets sound? No? All right.
Omar Cooper. I don't need to say anything else because if I say anything else, I'm gonna have to hear Jalen Tolbert's name again. So we can continue to
All right.
the Patriots.
Patriots, fair enough. Oh my God, I want to take Ihian Achor so bad because Will Campbell should be a guard.
Do it. Do it.
I'm doing it. I'm taking Ihian Achor because Will Campbell can still play tackle this season. Ihian Achor can sit. I don't want it to be that way. That's not how I would do it, but that's how the Patriots are doing it. And I'm drafting based on what the Patriots are doing right now. You need a tackle. You should kick Will Campbell into guard. Just pisses me off, dude.
Yeah,
Why?
he's
Why is he a tackle? Why? It could be so easy.
because he sucks.
You could literally have Quentin Nelson, and you're like, no, we want Dan Moore Jr. at left tackle. Fucking goddamn.
It's
Pisses me
brutal.
off. They were even in
Yeah,
the Super Bowl with that thought
it's
process.
insane. It's
Anyway, we can wrap this up with Seattle and then Vegas's pick. I don't.
Seattle. I don't know. This is fun. This is interesting. You could go corner here with Sissy because they lost a corner. I'm probably not going to do that. Or you could go Colton Hood as well. I think I'm going to go edge. I think. And if I had to do that, I'm probably going to go with Zion Young.
Yeah, 100%. I thought you were about to go Cassius Howell, and I was gonna get mad at you, but then you went Zion. That's cool.
No, not Cassius Howell.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's
I'm cool
not
with this.
gonna happen.
I think this is a really good pick at this spot. I'd actually be kind of jealous of Seattle because Zion Young at 32 is like,
It's a good pick.
man, because if you just look at the run on tackles, like 27 tackle, 28 tackle, 29 tackle, so they just like lucked into Zion Young. Like Patriots could take him, absolutely they could him.
Yeah.
Chiefs could take Zion Young, absolutely.
There's
could
a
have
lot of teams that could take him in that area. Should we just zoom through 33 through 35 before the Raiders pick?
I was just gonna do like what they would do in this scenario, just like real fast. We don't have to do any analysis.
No
like,
analysis. Just say a name.
Okay, Arvell Reese, Jermon McCoy. They're probably staring at receiver. This is gonna be Casey Concepcion.
Yeah.
Then
who do we got next?
Right. Yeah. Cardinals. They went Ruben Bain Jr. So they could probably go.
You can go anything.
Oh, I don't know. I wonder. We're gonna get weird. I'm giving him Ty Simpson. I actually don't think this is like a terrible spot either.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Tennessee. They need just kind of anything.
Took David Bailey, corner. I could see Colton Hood.
You go Hood or Sissy here, probably. I think would make the most sense.
I'm just gonna say Colton Hood because he's higher on the ADP. So
that's fine with me.
Now say we're at pick 36 with Vegas. We got a real pick to make here. Obviously you took Mendoza with the 101. Really no choice there. As far as like the receivers go, not in love with them. It's Chris Bell Jr. at the top. I would just take Brazel if I'm going to receiver.
Yeah, I wouldn't take him.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at this pick. Would this be? I guess this is my pick since you got Zion Young. Shit, man, I don't know. Let me look at the safeties real quick. Is there anybody worth a shit? No.
Not much here.
Halsey is interesting, but not. I don't know at 36. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go interior defensive line. It's between McDonald and Christian Miller for me. I just feel like Caden McDonald isn't gonna fall this far.
No, I don't think so either.
And he is a really good run defender, like right now, and he's super young, and he has a lot of room to grow.
Yeah,
like he's 21. He's gonna be 21 on draft day. Like, yeah, and like I think he is a good player.
Yeah,
like I really do think he's a good player. It's just like I'm not taking him in the early 20s when I could take the chance on Peter Woods, who is already a good enough run defender, who also has like
pass rush ceiling,
crazy pass rush upside. So yeah, I'm gonna go Caden McDonald.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is our draft. I'm going to run off all the picks real quick, 1 through 36, and then we will get out of here. So at the 101, Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders, Arvell Reese to the Jets at 2, 3, Ruben Bain Jr. to the Cardinals, 4, David Bailey to the Titans, Sonny Styles to the Giants at 5, Francis Maui Noah to the Browns at 6, Jeremiah Love 7 to the Washington Commanders. Carnell Tate, 8 to the New Orleans Saints. Mekhi Lemon, number 9 to the Kansas City Chiefs. Spencer Faunow to the Cincinnati Bengals at number 10. Number 11 was Mansour Delane to the Miami Dolphins. Caleb Downs, pick 12 to the Dallas Cowboys. Kenyon Sadiq, number 13 to the Los Angeles Rams. Olavega Iowane, pick 14 to the Baltimore Ravens. Dylan Thieneman, pick 15 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jermon McCoy, pick 16 to the New York Jets. Akeem Mesidor, pick 17 to the Detroit Lions. Pick 18, Peter Woods to the Minnesota Vikings. Pick 19, Jordan Tyson to the Carolina Panthers. Pick 20, Avion Terrell. Some crazy value down the board. Pick 20, Avion Terrell to the Dallas Cowboys. Monroe Freeling, 21 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ Parker, 22 to the Los Angeles Chargers. Keldrick Falk, 23 to the Philadelphia Eagles. Denzel Boston, 24 to the Cleveland Browns. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, 25 to the Chicago Bears. CJ Allen, 26 to the Buffalo Bills. Blake Miller, tackle Clemson, 27 to the San Francisco 49ers. Caden Proctor, tackle/guard, 28 to the Houston Texans. Caleb Banks to the Chiefs at 29. Omar Cooper Jr., 30 to the Miami Dolphins. Max Ihianachor at 31 to the New England Patriots. Zion Young, pick number 32 for the Seattle Seahawks. And then Vegas's pick was Caden McDonald at 36. That is our mock draft. I think we did a really good job as far as blending analysis and what we would do with consensus. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite mock drafts I've done.
Yeah, I think
as far as what can happen versus what I wanted to do. A lot of guys TJ Parker's. I don't know if he goes that high, but I love it.
We're going 36 for 36, man. It's gonna happen.
Dude, we legitimately just went 36 for 36. And if we did the full 7 rounds, we'd go 256 for 256.
Yeah, we don't miss. We would never miss.
We literally have never missed at anything ever, honestly, draft related. Thank God we didn't have a podcast 3 years ago. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we do not need to go over Amari Rodgers.
Shout out Johnny Davis. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Ball and Blitz podcast.
Oh.
As always, share it with your friends, family, fish, dog, cat. I don't care.
All of them.
Share it around. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to leave us a comment what you want to see next. And if you got anything to add,
I got nothing.
sweet. Catch you on the next one.
See ya.